You're watching 48 Fastcast.
Welcome in, y'all. 7:01. Thanks for joining us for the 48 Fastcast. Waking up to some chilly temperatures this morning, but nice, pleasant, refreshing.
Yeah, all good things coming your
things.
way. Your entire work week forecast is actually very, very nice as we head into mid-September. We'll have those cool, comfortable mornings, waking up in the upper 50s to low 60s, and then you warm up nicely into the afternoon. Now, we do bounce back into the low 90s by the end of the work and school week and into next weekend, and that stretch of 90-degree days will likely continue into next work and school week too. But enjoy it when we've got it. I thought your Sunday was just a fantastic day. If you want to complain about something, it was a little gusty from time to time, but I know meteorologist Jeff Denoyer gave you that heads up on some of the wind we were dealing with yesterday. One thing that is lacking, that is any chance of rain showers. We picked up some beneficial rain on Saturday morning, but we're going with an entirely dry work and school week forecast, and a lot of that has to do with the very dry air that just kind of stays entrenched over the southeast U.S. Here are your temperatures. Gina, absolutely right. There are some cool spots, including 48 Pulaski, 58 on the other side of the state line, and 57 in Albertville. Here's your east-northeast wind, about 3 to 7 miles per hour.
This is your 48 First Alert Road Report, sponsored by Bankston Motorhomes.
All right, taking you now to that crash in Decatur. We still have that wreck. There's a lane blocked at Wilson Street eastbound and Oak Street there, causing some delays. There's some backup on the bridge as well, so just be aware of that. A wide view of the Huntsville Metro. We're looking good. Really quiet this morning, especially for a Monday. Drive times right now also still looking good. Decatur to Huntsville will take you about 20 minutes. Athens to Huntsville closer to half an hour. Well, 2 people were killed in a crash between a car and a motorcycle in Florence. That's according to our media partners at the Shoals Insider. Florence police say this happened around 9:45 last night. We are still asking more questions about this, and we'll let you know when we learn more. 1 person is dead and 5 others injured after a chase involving a Priceville police officer ended in a crash. Police say this started on I-65 Saturday night. Within about 60 seconds, the chase went onto Main Street in Hartselle, where Hartselle police say the driver almost wrecked twice. Shortly after, it ended in a crash at Main Street and Highway 31, resulting in the death of a 17-year-old. Witnesses say the suspect crashed into a ditch after colliding with another car at that intersection. 1 man is in jail this morning accused of shooting someone at a Huntsville nightclub. Huntsville police say this happened at Club 47 on Jordan Lane around 1:30 yesterday morning. The man you see here, Christopher Spencer, was arrested after the shooting. We're told he shot a man several times. That man was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Spencer is charged with aggravated assault. Happening later this morning, a former Oakwood University assistant basketball coach is set to stand trial for murder. Kashana Strong is accused of shooting and killing Antonio Robinson. Huntsville police say this was the result of a domestic dispute that happened in December of 2022. Strong's attorneys claim she was acting in self-defense. Strong was fired from Oakwood following her arrest. Just days after being booked, she was freed on bond. A Newmarket man was killed in a crash in Madison County over this weekend. This happened just before 9 p.m. Saturday on Walker Lane near Hubert Road. That's a few miles northwest of Hazel Green. State troopers say Matthew Williamson was killed when his truck left the road, hit a utility pole, and then caught fire. Madison County deputies say they were unable to pull him out from the truck in time. He did die at that scene. Well, 1 Marshall County teacher is literally raising the bar. We'll have that story and more ahead. Welcome back. One Marshall County teacher is literally raising the bar. Evan Lemons won multiple awards at a national powerlifting competition recently. He won first place in the 82.5 kilogram class men's open powerlifting United National Championships. He also deadlifted 650 pounds, which is also a record. He actually beat his own record this year. Lemons was able to do all this even with a knee injury. He tore his quad 4 years ago, which causes him knee pain every now and then. 3 weeks before the competition, his knee started having issues again. He was encouraged by those around him to keep going.
I was struggling big time. I tried to even lower my opener on squat. I was going to open with 606. Well, I had been talking about it for 4 months. I said, I'm going to open 606, and if I don't get it, then we're going home. And when I tried to lower my opener, they just kept on. They kept saying, dude, you've been saying 606 for 4 months. Are you really going to back off that? Talking to my handler, he was like, man, everything's moving good. You're hitting depth. Everything is fine. Just go do it. And even walking up to the bar, putting it on my back, I could still feel my knee. After that 606 moved, I unracked the bar, got my white lights. Knee didn't really bother me that bad, and he said, okay, let's send it. So after that point, my knee didn't explode. I just went with it.
Lemons came in third overall out of 235 competitors. He says that 3 out of the top 5 competitors were from Alabama.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Eric Burke.
Bet you he's a fun teacher too, really inspiring. Like, don't make me start doing some curls. But good for him, and way to represent Alabama. 3 out of the top 5 representing the Yellowhammer State. This is what it's going to feel like later today. Upper 70s to low 80s. Fantastic day from start to finish. We will have a little bit of cloud cover to deal with, and tomorrow brings more of the same. Your temperatures will warm up into the mid 80s, and then we just continue to tack on a couple degrees every day. By the end of the week, we're right back into those lower 90s. There's some of that cloud cover that we'll be dealing with through the morning into the afternoon. We'll call it mostly sunny to partly cloudy. We're not anticipating any form of rain showers, and then we start to see some clearing overnight into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, a comfortable start to the day. We'll be in the upper 50s to low 60s. Great look here in Guntersville, and speaking of Guntersville, great golf courses out there, but what a day to play 18 holes. Temperatures warming up into the upper 70s to low 80s, and this week is about as boring as it gets to be a meteorologist, but I'm perfectly okay with it. Only thing missing, Gina, would be any potential days with rainfall, because we could use some rain. But look at that, back into the 90s. At least it won't be horribly humid by the end of the week, so just feeling like 90 degrees.
Not oppressive.
Not oppressive.
All right, thank you, Eric. Thanks for watching. We'll be here throughout the morning with more news, traffic, and weather. Keep it here. Bye.